Hey, what's going on, y'all? DJ Ron, the classic DJ from the Bay, cooling in Dallas, Texas on this particular day. Just riding around, representing my town, you know what I mean? But look, I'm on to the next episode of A Dilemma of a Good Man. And on this particular day, I just want to talk about learning, unlearning, and relearning the way of life, the ways of life, you know what I mean? And it's amazing because I'm sure by this time there's a video going to already be put out about who's the blank, you know what I'm saying? And I guess this is going to be like part 2 or even part 3 of that video. Just was here in Dallas, and I got in on yesterday, drove up out of Houston, had a nice drive, and I promise you, the Bay Area is blessed as far as the weather goes, because driving all the way out of Houston had record temperatures as far as heat for this time of the year, 94, 95s and things like that. And then that freeway stretch, for those who have ever done it, 45, I believe it's north to Dallas, even reached a temperature of 99 degrees. Young lady working outside of the Dutch Brothers coffee shop, working outside. She had a back brace and stuff on, but I didn't even peep. You know what I mean? She had some ice packs in her back brace to keep her cool, which I thought was just a great idea, you know what I'm saying? So I just give you an idea of how the weather was. That was in this place called Madisonville or something like that. The weather was mad and I don't know what though over there, you know what I mean? So I drove up, and soon as I got about 20 miles from my destination in Dallas, pouring down rain, even a little flooding on the freeway and everything else. And come to find out, that's just the way that the weather has been in Dallas. Like now, it's bright and sunny, but this morning they had thunderstorms and maybe even severe thunderstorms, mind you. The alarm, like in the Bay Area, we might get an Amber Alert every once in a while, but nothing about the weather, right? Because we don't have something like that. I imagine unless the ground shake, an earthquake happened, it would happen, right? Just bear with me, I'm going somewhere with this. So this morning we had an alert that was about, severe thunderstorms, you know what I mean? 10 minutes before I was ready to wake up, so it was all good, but thunder, lightning, constant thunder, lightning, and now look, it's like nothing ever happened, you know what I mean? Although there are some areas out here that has some substantial damage done, because not only was that, there's even a tornado that ripped through, the name of the city starts McKinney, I believe it was, or something like that, starts with an M or whatnot, which is not too far from here. As a matter of fact, I tapped in with one of my cousins, and I told him I would tap in once I got to Dallas, and he's got some structural damage at his house. And unfortunately, I didn't bring my work clothes, you know what I mean? I'm here, I got my True Religion shirt, I don't know if you can see that, and, represent the Bay. Why is that important? Well, that's important because after I went to a breakfast date with a friend, you know what I'm saying, a friend of mine, I circled back to my room, to where I'm staying at, the apartment I rented for my little short stay, and chilled out, right? So I woke up and I'm a little bit hungry, and I don't know if you've ever been to Dallas before. They got a place called Jason's Deli. I think it's in other locations as well. I know it from the airport, and corned beef sandwiches to die for, man. You know what I'm saying? And so tender, so succulent, so good that I was like, you know what? I'm finna go to Jason's Deli. I was gonna go in Houston yesterday, but I already had food, so I just passed up that location. So on this particular day, I wake up and I'm going to Jason's Deli, and I'm in Dallas. I'm in a part of Dallas I've never been before. Stayed in what's called Central Oak Cliff, and so I'm going to Jason's Deli. And when I put it in the GPS, give me the long distance one. Go to the one that's farthest away from the place where I'm staying at. So I go. As soon as I get there, I meet this young brother that was standing outside, and I thought he might be one of the ones, like, they may have people that stand outside of a place and they selling some things, or they may want signatures or whatnot. So the brother asked me to buy him a salad from the salad bar. Clue number 1 is, when someone asks you for something specifically to eat as opposed to $1 or $2, you know that they need it. But the brother was nearly clear cut, a couple of naps in his beard or whatnot. His beard's a little thicker than mine, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't bad dressed or whatnot. So I'm like, you want me to buy you a salad? Yeah, okay, cool. No problem. Come on in. Already, I'm angling. So we get inside, talk just a little bit, order his salad. Man, you got some time to talk? So yeah. So the young brother is homeless. or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But before I even got to that, I could tell that the manager knew him because he was like, don't be harassing my customers today or whatever. Like, no. I'm like, man, I got it. So the dude went to go start making a salad as I was placing my order. And I asked him, I said, is he on drugs or something like that? Like, what's the story? He's like, nah, I don't think so. He just be out here, just, one of the homeless people or whatnot. So when I sat down, come to find out, not on no drugs, homeless, family may have turned their back on him. He may have burned a bridge. Of course, people are not quick to say what they did in any situation. And remember that when folks tell you about how things went down with a particular situation, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to tell you what they did in said situation to create the divide, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I talked to the brother, and come to find out he loved the Lord. You know what I mean? The reason why I point out this True Religion shirt is because I don't wear the True Religion because it's in style. It's a good thing that it is in style, but I wear it because I like the name, True Religion. I believe in Christianity. I believe in the Bible. It's the one true religion. You get what I'm saying? So the brother told me, as we were talking, that, he used to do construction work and everything else. And if y'all remember 6 years ago or so, I posted this video about work for free. Keep in mind, I believe in that philosophy. I believe that if you're serious about working in a potential field and you want a great job and you want to skip the line when it comes to putting in your resume and playing that game and everything else, you go in there, you talk to the boss, whoever's in charge and whatnot, let them know what you plan to do, but then offer to work for free for the first week. And they'll quickly grasp, because they got people that's working there for good money that are cussing the boss out. You know what I mean? They're cussing the company out and everything else. They're complaining about everything else. And here you come talking about you ready to work, so much so that you're willing to work for free. They're going to love you in that situation. You get what I'm saying? They'll hire you faster than anybody else. Plus, already skipped the line of the resumes because you're right there in their face, ready to work. You know what I'm saying? So this brother has a construction background. And what kind of construction? Oh, I done all kind of construction. Okay, well, what did you like to do when you was doing all kind of construction? What was something that you liked doing when it came down to whatever? Basically, he said masonry. You know what I'm saying? So look, here in Dallas, I preempted talking about the thunderstorms, tornado, all that kind of stuff going on. Most of the new houses being built out here, as a matter of fact, the Drake Street I'm driving down, all have some brick tied into their houses. And they're constantly building new neighborhoods. So this is what I told the brother. No, I didn't say go work for free. Of course, he ain't gonna want to do that, right? He hungry, he homeless now. But what I told him is, look, you go to that journeyman. He said bricklaying or whatever, which is, that's a technical. That's the regular term for that kind of work. But the technical term is masonry. And when I pointed that out to him, he was surprised that I knew it. I said, yeah, I used to be a tent knocker doing sheet metal work. You know what I mean? So even if he was an electrician, if you go to that foreman, if you go to that journeyman, that general contractor, you say, hey, I'm a Sparky, you know what I'm saying? And I'm ready to work. I'm homeless and I'm ready to work. I ain't gonna work for free, but I'll work for $10 an hour. You know what I mean? They paying $20 an hour, but I'll work for $15 an hour. They gonna grasp you fast because they know that you're hungry. They know you got some ambition in you. You know what I mean? And the fact that you step to them, not asking for no handout or nothing like that. I'm here to work, and I'll work for less, and I already got experience. I got experience because I use the term masonry as opposed to saying, let me help you lay some bricks or something like that. I'm coming here with a specificity of what it is that I can do, what I got expertise in, and if not, I'm willing to learn. The brother was willing to listen. We had a great conversation, exchanged phone numbers, and I ain't gonna lie, I put him on a list of good men. There's a couple other people. I plan to keep in contact with the brother, encourage him via scripture or just encourage him or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, the reason why I say we gotta learn, unlearn, and relearn some stuff is because we could program ourselves to think that this is the situation and there's nothing I can do about it, nothing can be done about it. And that's right. You can learn that that's your situation, but when you unlearn, you realize that there are other things. This is what I told him. You go to church, you know what I mean, you homeless and everything else, but the scriptures say, first of all, a man that don't work, don't eat. So if you're not working, how do you expect to eat? Yeah, you can ask a few people, but when you work, you can get a whole lot more. But the second part of it is, and this is one of my favorite ones, I love the quote, is a man's gift will make room for him. So he asked me what I do. I said, I'm a DJ and I'm a caterer. He said, man, I thought you was a D-boy. I said, you cut me off, and I'm also a preacher. So he really was thorough, you know what I'm saying? But I was a D-boy. I've been there, I've done that. I've been in the same shoes that you in. You understand what I'm saying? You got a little thing for when you got into it with a family member, Look up this word expungement. Find out where you can go get it expunged at. Go to court and see what they able to do for you. And if you can't, take that family member with you to vouch for the new you. You see what I'm saying? But you got action. 34 years old, man. Please, the sky's the limit. Especially on the Lord's side. The Lord is on your side. It's no limit to what he can do for you. You know what I mean? And I happened to read this devotion this morning, which is always why it's always important to be in God's word. But the devotion was where Jesus went up to the lame man and he told him that you could take up your mat and walk. You get what I'm saying? So basically that's what I told him. Great talk. I feel great about it. And like I said, I'm not flying yet. But there's a lot of good men out here and a lot of good women that are in situations where it seems like it's undesirable. They undesirable, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? Underneath, even the manager at that place acknowledged that she would go out with him. You know what I'm saying? Even though she see him there all the time, she acknowledged he's a handsome dude or whatever. I told him in a couple of months, man, you might want to come back and holler at her. But the bottom line is you're better than what you think you are. And I'm saying that to you too. So look, until the next time, I went a little bit overtime for this. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to like, subscribe, or whatever. Share this video because there might be somebody out there that need to hear. As a matter of fact, while we were sitting there the whole time, he was like, well, I don't like talking about the Lord in public. Well, I do. I'm not ashamed of the gospel. As a matter of fact, we don't know who's sitting here need to hear what we're talking about because you on your way. You're in prime position. You're in the pole position, as a matter of fact, to whereas you don't have no drug habits, you don't have anything else. Okay, you got this light little felony 10 years ago, but it may be able to be expunged. And if not, construction is one field that usually don't discriminate. As long as you show up every day and you on time and you know what you're doing and you put the work in and you're safe with it, you can expect to get that bag every payday. See what I'm saying? So look, until the next time I do the next video, just remember to be good. And as always, God bless.